In fact, one of the major challenges that the Indian economy is facing at this point of time is non-revival of investment cycle, despite various attempts or efforts made by the government. The way we look at the whole issue of non-revival of investment cycle is that the two major sectors which could have driven the investment or which could have revived the investment cycle are manufacturing sector and the infrastructure sector. The problem with the manufacturing sector is that manufacturing sector is still saddled with excess capacity. The capacity utilization in the manufacturing sector is stagnating around 70 to 75%. And also the manufacturing sector is not very sure whether the demand would pick up in the near term or not. As a result, they are not very keen to undertake fresh investment. On the other hand, if you look at the infrastructure sector, then in this sector there is a huge deficit and we badly need investment in this sector. However, most of the infrastructure companies which are kind of investing in this sector are saddled with bad debt. In fact, the infrastructure boom that took place in this country around fiscal year 11 onwards led to a situation where infrastructure companies invested heavily without commensurate return, because most of their projects got saddled because of policy paralysis. And as a result, what happened was that not only their balance sheet is under pressure, but because most of their debt was financed by the public sector banks, the public sector banks are also facing a huge amount of non-performing assets. So this twin problem of manufacturing sector not keen to invest and infrastructure sector wanted to invest but unable to invest because of huge debt in their balance sheet is leading to a situation where none of them are forthcoming for investment. Government on its own hand is trying to do its bit, and we have seen that in the last several of the budgets, governments have allocated huge amount of resources for infrastructure sector or for capex. But our view is that government investment alone will not be able to revive investment cycle in the economy. For that, private corporate sector investment has to kick in, and which is what is not happening at this point of time.